Chris here from Permasystems. Just wanted to give you a quick little update overview of what's going on here with our previously kind of conventional orchard that we've been turning into a food forest. So you can see there's lots of things growing here. Citrus, our olive trees here we planted last year looking great. Cilantro just popped up out of nowhere. And as you can see, we've planted quite a few macadamia nut trees. They're all doing fantastic. One of our real old citrus trees, a little sad, but still producing lots of food. We had arugula popping up all over the place, sunflowers popping up. This tangerine tree is looking happy. Planted that a couple years ago. Grapes from last year are starting to grow, and I'm gonna get some fruit off of it this year. You can see we've planted these sweet peas all over the place under all our trees. They're just popping up now. This ice cream bean we planted towards the end of the last year is looking happy. Strawberry guava had some blossoms. So that was from 2 years ago. Hopefully we'll get some fruit off of that. Lemon tree is super happy, blossoming. And then along here, we've planted lots of Hopi corn, all kinds of different beans, and some squash. So basically a three sisters kind of spread out along here. Also intermixed in between some of this corn is Job's tears, which is kind of like a type of millet that makes this big grain. Here's a pineapple guava. A big grain that can be eaten. It's been around a long time, used for medicine. Used to make rosary beads out of it. So you can see lots and lots of beans coming in here. And then tons of fava beans all over the place. The moringas here are still dormant from the winter, but I think they'll be popping off soon. This goji berry plant is just spreading out all over, making this fantastic ground cover for us. Here is Kai apple, native to South Africa. Makes kind of like a sweet little apple fruit. This is, I guess it's coming on its third year. Super happy, not making fruit yet, but that's okay. It takes them a little while to produce. And then in here, you can see we planted tons of favas. There's arugula popping up all over the place. In here, these are radish seeds. And so we sowed radishes in here 2 years ago to kind of stab down in the soil with their tubers, break up our heavy clay soil. And then this year they just kind of came back on their own because we collected some seeds, but then we left a lot of them just to go to seed back on their own. And so now we kind of have that self-seeding annual process going on. So they'll come back year after year, keep giving us food, keep breaking up our soil. And the fava beans we put in, they'll give us lots of good food, and also they'll fix nitrogen in our soil, just like our Palo Verde tree fixes nitrogen. Here's one of our old stone fruits that was not happy, but after some soil building, we're starting to get fruit again. And then this kind of continues our little three sisters along here. This guava tree is super happy. Just started popping another guava in the back. That's White Princess. And this tree right here is wahe. And wahe is indigenous down south in Mexico in the area of Oaxaca. And here's a tipuano tipu, dragon fruit. But the wahe seeds are edible and taste almost maybe you'd say like guacamole, a little bit of spice, really good, healthy, yummy seed. And the leaves make great fodder for animals. You can see our sorghum from last year, some of it's still here, kind of just letting it fall to the ground, and then some of it is self-seeded and coming back. Whoa, almost tripped. Nice little tangerine again. And the loquat in here. It's nice and happy. Popping in there, you can see just so thick and dense in here. Our soil is really starting to respond to what we've been doing. So we love it. Another radish is popping up. There's another little ice cream bean in here. Fig. And then in this, we kind of built a berm along here because we had water that would flow down here off the property. So we wanted to slow some of that down. We planted pomegranates, a couple in there, more kai apples, and a bunch of this native grass, which is super happy and doing quite well. And then you can see all our gourds from last season coming in. Another stone fruit, more pomegranates, mulberries. This is just from last year, but you can see some fatties starting to develop. So those should be tasty very soon. So that's just a quick update for now. I'll go through some individual plants in other videos and tell you a little bit more about each one and why we planted them and some more details. So thanks for checking in. Bye.